Hey, and welcome to another Geek Out commentary. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
And we're continuing our countdown to Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice with Superman 3. God damn it. So, Chris and everyone, I feel like, would you say it's a popular consensus that everyone's like, oh, Superman 4 is the worst?
Yeah.
Superman. And me and Chris have always been on the sidelines being like, dude, Superman 4 is not a good movie, but have you seen Superman 3?
It is awful.
Yeah.
Atrocious.
This is the major point of Superman theatrical features, and we're going to revisit it. Like Jake says, sometimes our bad commentaries for bad movies are our best commentaries.
So this is going to be the best since Waterworld.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, we already went to 7-Eleven, so we can't talk about what we're going to get.
You guys have...
We
Yeah,
can
you
talk
guys,
about what we got.
At least it's not 12 hours long like Waterworld was.
Yeah. Just long water
Yeah.
shots.
I don't remember this movie. I saw it once somewhere when I was a kid because it had Superman in it. But I'm basically treating this like a first-time viewing because I really don't remember much. I remember, I guess, the Superman versus Superman fight.
Yeah. This is the one redeeming quality of the movie.
That's the thing that sticks out in my head the most. So I don't know. I guess I'll enjoy this.
I have seen one scene out of this entire movie. Not just have seen it and forgot it and blocked it out of my mind. I've only ever seen one scene out of this entire film.
What scene is that?
Richard Pryor at a computer.
Ah.
There's
well,
actually multiple times that a scene like that happens. So
I
figure out
just have
which
to guess
one it
which
was.
one it was then, yeah.
he got the role because he was on the Johnny Carson show. And they're like, well, what kind of movies? Because he had been starting to break it big in movies with like Silver Streak and Stir Crazy with Gene Wilder. And Johnny was like, hey, what kind of movies would you? He's like, I really want to be in a Superman movie. And the producers of Superman 3 saw that interview and they were like, he's in. Because if you watch this motherfucker, if you count Clark Kent and Superman as separate characters, which for part of the movie they kind of are, he's got more screen time. Fucking Richard Pryor has more screen time than Superman and or Clark Kent, which is just
I believe it.
yeah, it's just wild, man. But
I'll
yeah,
believe someone can steal screen time from the star.
yeah. So I guess without much further ado, we're about to watch Superman 3, Chris.
Yup. Just like the previous two Superman movies, I guess all three of them because they've all been on this box set. It's part of the Blu-ray box set. Although there is, unlike the last two movies, there's no other versions of this. So regardless of what medium you're using to watch it, you should be fine with whatever you got. We have the movie queued up, ready to go, paused at all zeros on the counter. I'll give you a countdown and tell you to hit play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Yeah.
And also sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there is no director's cut of Superman 3 that I know of.
Would the director's cut be a completely different movie?
I wish.
Yeah, it's A Hard Day's Night, also by Richard Lester. There he is. I feel like part of the reason you don't see a lot of Christopher Reeve in this film as well is because he didn't really get along with Richard Lester. In Reeve's own words, Christopher Reeve or Richard Lester wanted to look for a gag in like everything, and it's like why, and he didn't find a lot of the jokes funny to begin with. And you would think having Richard Pryor. Also, not a lot of Margot Kidder is basically relegated to a cameo because she had publicly spoken out against how the producers fired Richard Donner, and so they're like, you know what, you're barely in this movie. And their defense was like, well, the Clark Kent Lois Lane relationship ended in Superman 2.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Superman stories are known for their really awesome jokes, right?
The Superman comics in the 30s are funnier than Superman 3.
Chronic.
By Dr. Dre.
a.k.a. a bum.
So the guy in the back with the mustache is the villain of the film, right?
It looks like it.
I wish.
He's an out-of-work villain from another film series.
Yeah. It's rough times at the Burbank lot.
At least I got my yo-yo.
The original script for Superman 3 had Brainiac teaming up with somebody but the studio didn't like it.
You could definitely see the influence of Brainiac having been in the original draft with what is the ultimate final confrontation.
The fuck.
This is the credit sequence on this is painful.
It's just a slapstick sequence. It's the Metropolis windblow sequence, like times fucking 10.
Maybe this is what I blocked out of my head where I stopped caring about Superman when I was younger.
What really bothers me is you see how every time name comes up, the bottom half goes all blurry, like.
Hey, Richard Lester.
Hey,
Jokes.
need some mustard.
Yeah, jokes have to be funny for them to work. But it is interesting to see that this is the first Superman movie where Christopher Reeve gets top billing, mainly because Marlon Brando and Gene Hackman aren't in it.
And to this point, he's been in 2.
Yeah, this is his third outing, and he's just now getting top billing. At least Michael Keaton got it with Batman Returns, you know. Was that Zach Morris?
Blind people. Always good for a laugh.
Works for Mr. Magoo.
Yeah.
Nobody saw that fucking movie.
I used to watch the cartoon show.
I like the
Why
cartoon.
was
I do
that
like-
person painting a yellow line there?
Our hero?
Saving penguins everywhere. Oh, let me put it back on the street.
I mean, to be fair, it is a toy.
So it should be in the street.
Yep.
Why in the world? What a dick! Grabbed the preview paper.
The display copy,
yeah.
Didn't work out for
Broke
him.
it.
I mean, again, that Superman kind of is a dick.
Hey, another out-of-work villain from another movie.
It's just so bad.
Jesus.
When's the last time you watched this one, Chris? Didn't you do like a marathon a year or two ago?
Yeah. And it was painful
Oh, look, finally some action.
for now.
Yeah.
It's not what a gun sounds like. Oh God.
Honestly, up until a certain iconic shirt rip that's about to happen, as a kid, I didn't think this was. When I first saw it, I didn't know it was a Superman movie. Yes, I'm aware that we saw something that said Superman 3
And had the Superman
logo.
vest.
Yeah. But yeah, it isn't until right about. There's like power tools all around you. You're in a construction area. Smash a window.
Why isn't Superman already? Whatever. He didn't say thank you. What a piece of shit.
Oh, what is going on with the? Oh,
Yeah. I would rather have a bifocal lens than
He
that.
could have got there quicker if he walked.
already dead. Damn it.
Yeah.
Starting in this movie, and it carries over to the next one. Christopher Reeve's wearing a wig instead of dyeing his hair black, and it kind of shows. Mimes, god damn it.
Okay, that was funny.
Only because it was a mime getting hurt.
Yeah.
Not because it was actually funny. That guy still hasn't taken the bucket off his head.
Yeah, funniest fucking thing we've seen so far. But yeah, it was originally supposed to be Brainiac teaming up with Mixie Spitlick, with Dudley Moore as Mixie Spitlick, but Warner Brothers said no.
I mean, if they can't handle having a woman, be a superhero, they would definitely not be able to handle Mixie Spitlick. Even though that guy on the train told me how to pronounce it, I still stumble over it.
No one knows how to pronounce his name.
Thank you.
A random guy on the A.
Yeah, the random guy on the A knew how to pronounce it.
Are we sure he really did?
That's the guy that gets crossbowed in For Your Eyes Only.
Oh.
Take him away. And then he gets shot diving off the diving board.
Is that Keenan Ivory Keys?
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's ridiculous that Richard Pryor just magically knows how to use a computer. In fact, knowing that the original script said that Brainiac was going to be one of the villains, I think it would just be funnier, or not funnier, but better. Or
Probably funnier too. Who
yeah,
knows?
Right? It makes sense to me that that's just Brainiac doing shit, and he has chosen Richard Pryor to be his not avatar, but avatar.
His patsy, his stooge.
Yeah, because he's I need someone to take me out of this computer and put me in this computer, or something like that. Boobs. Ugh. She's just constantly out of focus. Jingo.
Wow, that was the worst ADR ever.
And useless exposition. Jesus.
I don't think any of us went to our class reunion.
My class didn't even bother having one.
Yeah.
That sounds like West Springfield.
I feel like Christopher Reeve's actually frustrated. He's not actually acting.
I do want that.
Hey, look, I'm Superman, guys.
There's a guy who used to come in the comic shop who had a Smallville Letterman's jacket from the TV show. It was really cool.
She doesn't even know how to spell. It's only half a bikini. Oh, I get it.
Thanks for being in the movie.
I'm Superman, by the way.
In early drafts of Superman 3, the Robert Vaughn's character was originally Lex Luthor, but Gene Hackman had no interest in coming back at that time without Richard Donner. I don't know how they got him back for Superman 4, but
Money.
Yeah. Yeah, by 1987 he wasn't as bankable as he was in 1983.
I feel like this is just like a utilized bit from like some like 80s stand-up comedian. Just like, taxes and meh, meh, meh.
Social Security.
Why do I feel like we're coming upon the plot for
Like 2 different movies.
Office Space.
Thank you, Sam.
They straight up in Office Space, they're always like,
They call it the Superman 3 virus.
yeah.
Well, it can't be that bad of a movie if they referenced it. Because that movie was great. You just tell a computer what to do and it'll do it for you.
This is the 80s.
Command codes for everything.
Here's one command: turn off Superman 3.
Haven't you ever hacked a computer in Fallout 3, Josh?
Yeah. Basically just guessing what the word is.
That's what he's doing. Ew. Oh, wait. Oh, turkey. Got it. More just Christopher Reeve being frustrated at being in this movie.
Though, as far as I know, there wasn't a moment like there was in Superman 4 where he takes a cast member aside and it's just like, this movie's going to be fucking awful.
Oh, yeah. No, he does that to, what's his name? Ducky.
Cryer. Yeah, John Cryer, yeah. Hey, it's the submarine captain in Superman 2.
Yep.
Or no, Spy Love Me, and he's the mission control in Superman 2.
Oh, wow, what a terrible shot. Sorry. Hey, let's focus on something way in the foreground, but have everything like in the background in focus. I don't know. Don't forget to take the lens cap off. That cop clearly looking right at him.
That wasn't even meant to be funny.
Well, who knows? Again, Richard Lester's always looking for the gag.
I wonder if the wires of Superman like flying are going to be as noticeable in the Blu-ray that we're watching as they are on my standard def DVD.
I hope.
Right here. Oh no, they weren't.
Way to go, Blu-ray. You don't
Yeah, maybe they
HD
went in,
everything.
Maybe they went in and digitally, because I remember that I think it's that landing scene. Maybe it's after he stops the fire, but it's just like 12 wires connected to Christopher Reeve, and it's like very clear. Like his cape gets hung up on him, and they're like not thick and black, but they're like very noticeable against the blue sky. Yay, we get to ride a slide!
I mean, theoretically, he has the strength to have them all hang off of him, fly him
But
down.
this is more fun. Don't forget
He needs
the
to. He needs
kid.
to save that for Iron Man 3.
The one movie that he's not in?
Yes.
Who do you think's in the suit?
Tony Stark.
Yes.
So yeah, Christopher Reeve wouldn't.
That's my big thing. Where Kevin Feige always talks very highly of that sequence of Iron Man saving all the people from Air Force One. It's like, okay, it's a scene.
It's a Chekhov's gun. Will it eat through anything?
Will it eat through a Man of Steel?
Good thing we have this fuel tanker sitting right there.
If this movie had balls, they just incinerate Jimmy Olsen and just no one's safe.
Then he wouldn't be able to be in Supergirl.
If this movie had balls, they just incinerate Jimmy Olsen.
If this movie had balls, Superman would walk right up with his heat vision and incinerate him.
And then all of us.
Yeah, that's very much a super toupee.
So what's his natural hair color then? I thought it was black.
It's brown.
Oh.
I think in this and the Superman 4 you can see like flecks of it through the wig.
Triceps.
That's the opposite of it.
I feel like I have something like Arctic breath because I'm Superman.
5 miles.
As the movies go on, he forgets the abilities he has.
Josh, he's in the moment. I like that he just makes just one quick layer. Glad they didn't update that graphic though.
Real.
And then just drops it down, and the weight of it just crushes the entire building. It's water!
Yeah, sure. That's how rain works.
I mean, technically, yeah. Oh, all I had to do was turn off the heat lamps. Batman's a miracle?
Batman is a miracle.
They couldn't even get a full moon for this movie.
The moon was like, I'm not fucking working with Richard Lester.
Yeah, oh, Superman 3? Nah.
They had to go to one of the lesser moons.
Io.
Are they doing ELO? They are. Is it?
No, Beatles. Roll over Beethoven with the Beatles.
Who listens to the Beatles?
Which is cool because Richard Lester worked with the Beatles on 2 films. Or I guess, is this 1985? I don't even fucking know. Oh, he's in Never Say Never Again. He gets a python thrown in his lap, and
That's right.
So he's in 2 of the worst movies of
a certain
franchises.
French, yeah.
He's like the opposite of The Rock. Why was that shot necessary, Richard Lester? Sounds like you're complaining to me. Oh, hey, it's Ma Kent.
Yeah. I do remember liking that
Damn, she looks young.
Lana is in it. Just little things.
You mean Ma Kent?
Yes. Ma can't.
I like how they don't have the picture of whoever played Superman in Superman the movie. They just have a young picture of Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck him.
Whoa.
Get it.
Different times, gentlemen. Different times.
Yeah. Yeah, but she is great on Smallville.
Yeah, thanks. That's a really terrible memory.
It's the big evidence that it's not in Superman Returns continuity, because clearly Ma Kent's alive in Superman Returns. Remember when you get killed, Never Say Never Again, by a python getting thrown in your lap while you're driving and you crash into a brick wall and fucking explode?
I'm sure
I
Lana
don't,
remembers
actually.
that right now.
Oddly enough, Clark is wearing the classic Bond white tuxedo jacket.
Yeah. Nobody goes hope and collar. Best dancers ever. Oh, shit.
Yeah, a little late there, Clark.
God, Clark. Is this Back
Are
to
we
the
going-
Future?
Yeah.
Have we
Predates it by like 2 years, I think.
Have we gone Back to the Future?
Yes. Just yes.
But Back to the Future.
2. Part 2.
And Part 1.
And, yeah.
You've only been here for a week.
All the other checks weren't in envelopes, but yours.
Well, it's a voucher.
Oh, yeah.
That's that noise he made when you finally beat that one video game.
Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even.
Well, I am Superman. I mean, God damn it. Oh, Clark, you have super hearing. Potato salad. Ugh. You could run for Senate. Ricky Bobby?
Ricky Gervais. They went up, and away. We got like an hour and a half left.
Yup.
You know, we could just dip out and say we did this and just go right to
No
like,
one would know.
fucking Man of Steel and
Do you
end
guys actually, honest to God, do you guys actually listen to these at home? I mean, I see the download numbers.
I mean,
Tweet at us.
it's at the end of the day, it's nobody's fault but ours.
Yeah.
We did bring this upon ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys did.
That's true. We did start this before you came along, so it's not your fault, Josh. You're free.
Yeah.
And I missed the best half of this.
Yeah.
The Batman half.
Yeah, and you missed the Super Mario Brothers movie.
And both Ghostbusters films.
What do you mean both? The reboot hasn't come out yet.
Oh. Hey, look, this looks almost identical to Lex Luthor's underground lair.
Yeah.
Except silver. But yeah, feel free to tweet at us, Geek Out Podcast, or at Geek Out Podcast, if I may. We want to know if you actually are paying attention to us.
Yeah. Are you suffering along while we're diving into... I know Ken for sure listened to some of the commentaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like, I know Star Wars enough where I don't have to watch Star Wars. I'll just listen to the commentaries. And he's like, then I realized there was a lot of stretches of no sound. I'm like, well, yeah.
It is pretty boring to just listen to one of these commentaries.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I do wish that this movie was just Clark in Smallville. Just that's it. Just him hanging out in Smallville. None of this bullshit.
Remember, what the fuck was that voice? Remember when he fought Steve McQueen in Bullet?
I do. Yeah,
Remember when he was in the Magnificent Seven?
I do.
Remember when he was the Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
I do. Although I never watched any of the original series,
Oh,
but I know he's in it.
I didn't.
He's Napoleon Solo.
He's Henry Cavill.
He's also Matthew Vaughn's father. That's why Matthew Vaughn's last name is
Vaughn.
because in the early 70s,
That's right.
Robert Vaughn was hooking up with Matthew Vaughn's mom, and they were like, oh, God. And then that's got to be so cool for Matthew Vaughn. My dad's Napoleon Solo.
Yeah.
Because his buddy, Guy Ritchie, directed the fucking cinematic adaptation.
Yeah.
Yup.
And
Yep.
I like that movie. Although I saw it a second time and it wasn't as good, but I still enjoyed Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Was it Alicia Vikander?
I mean, she's good, but I mean, I guess I liked we had mentioned this before, but I wish there was more Armie Hammer, Henry Cavill. Like when they were together, it was cooking,
Yeah.
and it's just unfortunately
Because that's the man from The Men.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing, yeah. But Alicia Vikander was good in it, and she had a hell of a year. So
I'll give you a pointer. Don't have your pants up so high.
yeah. Why don't you just go die and never say never again? Like,
That's how I bowl.
just guttered bald in front of Superman, you little kid.
Way to drop the ball.
Funnier than the movie.
I'll let it go because it's Superman 3. Honestly, though, I wouldn't. I would be more okay if it was just Clark in Smallville. I'm gonna cut this movie. I'm gonna do a Jake Bozick cut. Just gonna start with them on the bus to Smallville.
And then it's going to end with like the Superman versus Superman fight scene.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I
And
really
it's going to be
remember
like
from
10 minutes.
Remember when he has to fly to like another universe to sneeze and he extinguishes their sun?
Another universe, the comic book shop that I
Oh, I miss that place.
Yeah, that's why I said the boss.
Springsteen.
The only boss.
When was this movie? When did this movie come out again?
Mid 80s.
Yeah, like 83.
Okay.
It keeps
So the
keeps
boss
changing.
the boss is still the
You know,
boss.
I'm going to look it up so we have a definitive. I've only worked at this company for 3 days.
Looks like the elevator from Scarface.
'83. And a naughty boy needs to be punished. And then it just turns into like 50 Shades of Grey.
Then it would be my favorite Superman movie.
50 Shades of Grey is my favorite Superman movie. Please stop using the word naughty.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
I don't know. Robert Vaughn's Matthew Vaughn's daddy. I think he knows exactly what it means.
Was that supposed to be funny? Were we supposed to laugh at that?
Supposed. Cartel. Sicario needs to get on this shit. Where's that crossover? Sicario, Superman 3. Not Superman the movie. Not Superman 2.
Not Superman the character.
We might finally get an intentional meaning to save someone's life.
Superman's like, here's some ice I made, and fucking Benicio del Toro's like, here's a gun I made.
Yeah.
He doesn't make a gun in that movie, but it's brutal and awesome, and one of the best movies of 2015.
Did you hear the Josh Brolin Nerdist interview?
Not yet.
He was like, I thought that movie was going to fucking fail.
Fail?
Yeah.
I remember we saw the trailer, and like the way the trailer was cut, we kind of thought it was just going to come and go. It kind of did come and go, but it was like fucking awesome.
So did Steve Jobs. That came
I actually
out.
watched that recently. My dad bought it on Vudu, and we watched it again, and I was like, you know, Michael Fassbender should win Best Actor. He won't, but he should.
Sorry, Leo.
Don't be sorry for Leo. It could be the plot to the Avengers movie.
The non-Marvel one.
The one where
better
Sean
one.
Connery dresses up as a Grateful Dead bear.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. And Eddie Izzard's in it. He
Mhm.
controls the remote control bee.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's the family that torments Harry Potter.
The Dursleys.
Yeah, that's the one.
Wasn't the X-ray that Superman did on his other leg?
No.
I thought it was on his right leg.
No, it's on his left. I'll shit on this movie, but I'll make sure we're accurately shitting on this movie.
I'm up there with Jake too. I think it was on his right leg.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
I wasn't paying enough attention.
you're allowed to have your own opinion, but there's also facts.
Tweet us.
If
Roll
you were
ba-
paying
roll.
more attention than we were,
Yeah.
Tell us what leg you think Jimmy broke.
Yeah. That's why we do this.
we should just start doing like Twitter competitions, like like at the end of each movie, be like, and tweet us if you know who said blah 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 or whatever, and like you'll get a prize, and actually give people the prizes.
Tweet us if you think Jimmy should have broken his neck instead in this movie.
How convenient that this weather satellite thing had to be stationed in Smallville. Ooh, the Avengers movie is on Laserdisc.
Oh, I'd hope so.
I mean, not everything came out on Laserdisc.
Only the best things in life.
Women.
Apart from controlling the weather, it commands dogs.
Better or worse than Waterworld?
Better.
Better.
Worse.
I mean, it was just a general. I mean, there was no right or wrong answer to that. That was legitimately me floating it out.
But oddly enough, Josh's still wrong. Call me.
Is that a euphemism for something?
Yeah, it is.
Man, the reception he gets on that ear is great out there.
I can't do this in my street clothes. I have to do this as Superman. This is necessary.
Isn't this how Colossus becomes Colossus?
Yes.
Well, it's got that going for it.
It is a man of steel.
Mm-hmm. He is my favorite X-Man.
What you're about to see, Jake, is this little boy becomes Colossus.
There's your crossover.
You little prick.
Don't mind me. I just happen to be in Smallville.
Yeah, I do love that cape, though. God damn it, I love that cape. I want to fucking have that as a blanket.
Just like Kal-El.
Yeah. No matter how much this movie sucks, that kid was probably like the coolest fucking kid in his school for like ever.
Yeah.
And that kid was probably like
As
this is probably the
opposed-
best day of his life.
To the one that walks out of an alien spaceship,
Yeah.
butt-ass naked.
She did talk in a like behind the scenes thing about seeing like, you know, a lot of her time was with Christopher Reeve as Clark, and the moment that she got to see him in the outfit, she was like, it was fucking awesome. That's like the bleed over in Batman 89 where fucking the Joker's laughing as they're walking up the stairs.
Wow, Clark. I thought Superman was kind of a dick.
Yo, you have no idea.
Do you feel like they're kind of like almost staging Gus as kind of a modern, by modern I mean 1983 day toy man with that outfit and like the fact that he always has a yo-yo and he's a gadget guy?
I can see that.
Buy that, yeah.
It's as close as we get in the Reeve verse.
With like zero intention of ever doing that? Yeah, sure, why not?
Maybe they just
Or
saw.
at least zero follow through.
Yeah.
Or maybe like, hey, we're kind of just doing something. Let's see where it goes.
Can I get that screen cap of just like.
Okay. Don't even bother closing the doors.
Nope.
Where did that hat come from?
Don't question it. Just believe in it.
You're just happy because one of the things they're drinking is Tequila Sunrise, and that's an Eagles song off Desperado.
Well, I've also had tequila sunrises, and I enjoy them. So, yeah, that too, Sam. That's him seeing the final product of this movie.
It's all of us seeing the final product. Hey, KFC. Thanks for sponsoring this movie.
This is the scene I remember from the film. The one and only scene.
I like how this computer requires Afro pics. Yep. A Superman movie.
Man, people give Man of Steel a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
And Superman Returns.
You're welcome, Sam.
I'll appreciate the shout out, Josh. I mean, for me, it was never like, it's like, how can you guys say Superman Returns or Man of Steel is the worst Superman movie? Like, have you not seen Superman 3?
Yeah. You'll never hear me say either of those is the worst.
Yeah. I'm not saying, like, there is, everyone slams Superman Returns, and it's like, look, I get it. I fucking get it.
It's like me in Wild Wild West.
Yeah, like, I get it. But for me, that's just the best there is.
I'd put it above 3 and 4 for sure.
Good. Would you put it above Man of Steel?
No. I would say Man of Steel is the best post Christopher Reeve out of the two.
Yeah.
So far.
I'd probably agree with that.
Joshua? Superman Returns and Man of Steel.
Superman Returns tries too hard to be a Christopher Reeve Superman, so I would put it...
It's for you, it suffers the Force Awakens, like, too heavy on nostalgia syndrome.
Well, but it knows full well that it's doing that. Because continuity-wise, it's supposed to be kind of within that same era, but, like, more modern times.
Just like Force Awakens.
Or any James Bond movie. All within the same... even though it's clearly there's a difference between, like, 1962 James Bond.
Like, I would probably watch Superman 1, Superman 2, not Donner Cut, because it makes no sense coming after for Superman 1.
Commentary available now.
Superman Returns, Man of Steel.
It's so bad.
But yeah, this is...
Oh my god, this, oh my god, Jesus. Wait for it. Just keep your eyes on those lights.
Yep. But this is the one scene I ever remember seeing.
This.
I was about to say, don't they get in a fight? Yeah.
Jesus.
Richard Lester, are you still alive? Are you still with us?
I don't know. Jake, is he still alive?
I don't know.
Is he as
Ben
alive?
Burt?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Remember they do this in Live Free or Die Hard?
Yeah, except the fucking men don't fight, thank Christ.
Why does everyone steal things from Superman 3? Is it because they know it's such a bad movie that no one will notice or care?
Yeah.
It would appear that according to this, he is still alive.
Good. I can hunt him down.
I can kill him.
I gotta say to this movie's credit that for the most part, when Clark or Superman have been in the movie so far, it's watchable and there's something interesting going on. This is just garbage. It's fucking garbage.
It's like, hey, remember that random couple that won a trip thanks to the Daily Planet? We can't forget them.
Well, yeah, they die.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I know they don't, but
Jake, would you rank?
or maybe they do.
Would you rank A Hard Day's Night and Help among some of like just your favorite films?
Oh yeah, like just like those are like kind of like we talk about joyous films like The Mark of Zorro or Adventures of Robin Hood. You just put those on and love life.
Would you say that Superman 3 completely erases any goodwill towards Richard Lester you have after that he earned making A Hard Day's Night and Help?
Yes.
Hey, Richard Lester, if I find you, you
gotta atone for your sins, Punisher and Spawn style.
Billy Kincaid.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. He's an atheist.
That's what it is.
I'm reading through his Wikipedia, and like I was like, I wonder what it says under his personal life, and it just says in Soderbergh's book Getting Away with It, Lester reveals that he is a committed atheist and debates with Soderbergh, then an agnostic, largely based on the arguments of Richard Dawkins. And that's literally all it says about his personal life. It's almost like weathermen don't really know anything. Trying to figure out if I know where that building is.
Trying to figure out why the scene's here.
Yeah.
Luther had a pool in a abandoned subway station. This guy's got this.
Yeah.
There's more coffee.
The world. Oh.
Normally I'd say this off mic, but hey, can I charge my cell phone?
Yeah, no, go right ahead. If you want to bring that cable over here, you can use the charger or the plug that's right here. Tweet us if you heard Jake ask if he can charge his cell phone. I would love in like 3 weeks or whenever this posts, we get a whole bunch of mentions on our Twitter, and I was like, oh shit, people do listen to these. / I completely forgot saying tweet us. You know, I agree with Sam. Why is this scene in here? Why couldn't they just show Superman doing all of this? You mean the dryers?
I mean, yeah, she should totally know it's like in a men's room, right? Right?
I mean, in theory, they have them in the ladies' room, too. Right next to the tampon dispensers.
You know what I found out today is that there's an Ultimate Warrior pop figure. It looks fucking awesome.
A what? Pop?
Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate? Nice.
Yep.
Also, I heard Daniel Bryant retired.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
Bummer.
are still waiting for that to be like, surprise, it's not real.
What, the Ultimate Warrior pop?
No.
No, that's
no,
real.
I know that's real. I took pre-orders for that thing.
Superman 3?
But sadly,
Daniel Bryant retiring?
that one.
Yeah.
Is there something behind that?
He's had too many concussions, I think. Or too
Yeah.
many neck injuries.
No, you're right with the concussions.
Yeah, like it's been a big thing. Like pretty much all year he's been like out and like getting checked out by like as many doctors as he can think of. And like,
there's a lot of people that are thinking, oh, there's going to be some elaborate story plot line.
A lot of people thought that he was going to be like the surprise WrestleMania return or the surprise Royal Rumble return. God damn it.
No, you had it right the first time.
No, Krypton Ham. Debris. Is his character just supposed to be like kind of perpetually drunk too? And he dies.
And that's why Richard Pryor wasn't Malcolm X, kids.
And he breaks both his legs. And he gets run over by a car. Nope. He fucking walks away. It's more believable that Lois survived jumping off the jumping out of the Daily Planet window in the second movie than that. So now he can just contact the Vulcan satellite from any computer terminal? Whatever.
I give up. I'm not even going to point out how any of what just happened there isn't possible, but yeah,
I should have learned our lesson from Waterworld.
I'm trying to think what the most just purely like logically egregious film. Is it Waterworld?
I will agree that that's the worst film we've done.
Yeah, say what you will about. I mean, Jake and I have said what we will about Wild Wild West, but at least shit happens. You know,
yeah. It caused like a reaction at least.
And this, and it's Will Smith at his like cool prime.
There's like Ulysses S. Grant in it, I guess,
played by Kevin Kline.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't mind that the way that they make pseudo red kryptonite or whatever color it would be in the comics, but like they do it by just being like tar. Like I think that's actually pretty cool. Or like number 2 on the list of interesting things that happens in this movie. First one being,
it would be red.
No, I don't think it wouldn't be red that like splits him into 2 different people.
Well, personality
yes,
affecting.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember what it was that split him into 2 different people. I mean, I'm sure it's happened multiple times in the comics. Yes, black. A little birdie told me. Hey, Jake.
Yes.
We still have an hour and 5 minutes of this movie.
I wasn't going to say
Dear
anything.
God, really?
Yeah, only an hour has passed. You can see the counter right there on my Blu-ray player. Around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down.
And at that point, he put his heat ray vision through the phone and eviscerated her skull on the other side.
That's a boner. Say what you will. Richard Pryor is doing what everyone would be doing with that. What a shitty looking cake. This is such a stupid scene.
This is where you'd have a problem if you were cutting out all the other stuff and cutting the movie, because now they interact.
Yeah.
Where you could have got away with cutting out, just being like, hey, it's a movie about Superman saving little Ricky.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be like a Blazing Saddles moment?
I guess so. Hey.
Oh, timely.
Where is this going? What's the point? Shut up, Richard Pryor. You're ruining Superman. Oh my God. Oh my God. I want to die. Hey Jake, you know that Babadook that's in my basement?
Dude, this movie's taking the energy from me even to have fun with that.
I know it looks like kryptonite, but it's totally not kryptonite. It looks like the piece of the aggro crag that the kids would win on Guts.
Oh God, I always wanted a
That's
piece
right.
of that.
Yeah, you can buy a replica of it. Meh, 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 meh. Meh, 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 meh.
Yeah, shouldn't it be like doing something to him?
Yeah, what was his plan to just be like, oh no? That one simple thing. You know, everyone is capable of killing Superman. We do it on a regular basis.
I mean, DC Comics did it.
It's true.
Then he woke up.
The sleep and return of Superman. What does that even have to do with it? Oh, a telephone ring. My one weakness.
Look at those pecs.
Look at that physique.
This probably was the selling point, though, for Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
For Superman 3 is that he got to play.
He gets to turn heel.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, his fucking eyes lit up so much as soon as he started, being evil Superman.
Yeah.
Well, so he's not evil. He's just indifferent, I guess.
He's sleazy.
Yeah.
Uninhibited.
It's all of his negative characteristics.
Because if that's the case, that's like the Smallville episode Red. Where,
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
which is one of my least favorite episodes of that series.
yeah, it was Yeah.
But yeah, no, all of his.
But yeah, that was the whole point of that.
That episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Where like
All
remember like he goes to the on a date with Lana, and it's so awful and awkward because he's so terrible to her, and it's just the worst.
Yeah. He turns into like the leather jacket wearing bad
Yeah.
boy.
Oh, it's such a. Do not like that episode.
Look at how just slowly he flies in. I like that even his suit is darker.
Yeah.
Wow, what a dick.
Oh, so we're now in like Bizarro territory.
Oh my god.
So bad.
Oh my god.
It's like, how do we?
It's like an SNL skit.
Yeah. I don't know. SNL skits might have better special effects.
They do.
Now he's just flying around looking for ways to be a dick. And this was the first thing he thought of.
I mean, let's be honest, Chris. If you could do this,
I could.
you would.
I would.
There's a Castlevania game that takes place on the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Castlevania Bloodlines for the Sega Genesis.
It's better than this movie is.
Oh, yeah. The idea of Superman fixing the Leaning Tower of Pisa was originally in the script for Superman 2 for Superman and Lois's dinner in the Fortress of Solitude. Oh, God, the special effects.
Wow, biting his thumb at him.
I know, how Shakespearean. The original idea was like Superman would be flying around the world to get stuff for his dinner for Lois in the Fortress of Solitude, and while getting something in Italy, he would fly by the Leaning of Tower of Pisa so fast it straightens up. They decided that was too campy, but not Richard Lester.
Nah. Richard Lester, champion of camp.
Mm-hmm.
Champion?
Uh-huh.
It's like my reaction to this entire movie.
I do like this scene. Where Superman just whoo, blows out the Olympic flame. Oh.
Doves. Look at all those doves.
Pigeons?
So John Woo directed one scene of this film.
Yeah.
The best scene.
No, it's not the junkyard scene. He's kind of starting to look like George Clooney. I'm okay with that. I would have preferred George Clooney as Superman than George Clooney as Batman.
I would have preferred a better suit.
Super nipples. Super douche.
Always knew he was a prick.
No. Guess there's no Olympics this year.
Just like the Geth. Synthetic unity.
Fuck the Gath. I'm pretty certain boats like that don't have autopilot. Hey, he wants to get to the end of this movie just as badly as we do, lady.
We still have 45 minutes left.
How long?
Well, actually, more like 50 minutes. But
That beat was dope.
every time I hear him sigh, I think it.
Yeah. But this beat isn't dope. God damn it.
My face on the $1 bill.
Australia.
A fortune cookie?
Brainiac. Something good? For most things, it's bullets.
You know what comic series I started reading that's really good so far is Midnighter.
Oh,
Fucking cool.
yeah.
Yeah?
It's like a saucier version of Batman.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's got like element, obviously kind of the look of Batman. It's got kind of like a Moon Knight Deadpool feel as well in terms of the crazy. It's really interesting and entertaining read so far.
It's got Sam's favorite in it. A few times at least.
Dick
Penis?
Grayson.
Yep.
I mean, it's got Dick.
Yeah.
Mm. Tankers are moving quick.
Like they were saying, you know, at the time of recording this, we haven't seen Deadpool yet, but like Deadpool, obviously, will most likely do really well, and DC kind of looks at that and they'd be like, oh, maybe we'll do like a. I mean, this is just speculation, but like, oh, what if they do like a Lobo movie next? I'd like to see a fucking Midnighter movie.
I don't know if the world's ready for a Midnighter movie.
The rumor is coming out of DC Rebirth, we're gonna get a new Authority book.
Ah, yeah.
The Authority, starring Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
Yes.
If Midnighter shows up and just fucking kicks their asses, then yes. But I saw a panel that DC Instagram I think posted, or Twitter, one of them, probably both. And it was a shot of Midnighter with like a crowbar in his arm, and he's like, "At last, my arm is complete again." And I'm like, a fucking Sweeney Todd reference. I'm sold.
Yep.
It's written by Steve Orlando.
Oh, the things would have made Ghostbusters 2 so much better.
Mm.
I don't know, man. The NES Advantage.
You gotta be fucking
No.
kidding me with that voice. Like, I know it's been doing it the whole movie, but come on.
Super boner.
We saw that suit at New York Comic Con. That's my favorite shot of all time. With a wee. Should have had Snoop.
You know who did the electronic elements of the score for this movie?
Who?
Giorgio Moroder.
That's right.
Who?
Daft Punk wrote an entire tribute song to him on their most recent album.
Giorgio.
He pretty much like changed electronic music.
Is that Eli, but skinnier?
Eli Manning?
Yes.
I wish. He looks like Cooper Manning. Bye.
Deuces.
Now there's only 45 minutes left in the movie, Josh.
Fuck.
I mean, if it was 45 minutes of her primping her dress.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Alone in the bathroom.
For 45 minutes?
Slow and steady wins the race.
If you liked that joke, tweet at us at Geek Out Podcast.
Hell, if you didn't like that joke, tweet at us. If you heard that joke, tweet at us. What we're saying is just fucking tweet at us.
If you want to hear Josh make more of those jokes, tweet at him at Hayvok. Hayvok, right?
You forgot the C.
Oh, there's a C. It's a CK.
But you get an A for effort.
Yeah, well, whatever. My auto finishes it whenever I tweet you. So
Superman has sex.
Mm.
Because they show like the fucking
Roast beef.
And then they cut to the sign of 2 gallons to a customer, so obviously that means she got 2 gallons worth.
Maybe I shouldn't have yelled at him, Martha.
He's kissing me, Martha.
I'm liking it, Martha.
Roast
I'm
beef.
liking it, Martha.
He's better than you, Martha.
Dis.
Is that a Gucci yo-yo?
That's a Louis Vuitton yo-yo, and I kind of hate myself for knowing that.
Wow. I kind of hate you for knowing that.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
No.
I mean, I
Yeah.
hate you in general.
No.
but-
Yeah.
You give me plenty of other material, Josh. I'll let you have that one. I love you, Josh. I have the poster of this movie.
Mm.
Wow, I kinda hate
supported
you
this
for that.
movie.
It came with the other 4.
Oh.
Eh.
The other 4.
That's like getting more American graffiti.
The only Superman movie poster I don't have is Superman and the Mole Men. I've got all the Christopher Reeve ones. I've got Superman Returns. I got Man of Steel.
Washing my hair. Yeah, beat them eggs.
Jonathan Kent?
He's dead.
Been dead for a while.
Not hers. Or is it too soon for that?
Not until season 5.
Mm.
How far is...
You figure it's like in this movie universe, Metropolis is basically what? New York
It
City?
is New York.
Yeah.
They established that it was.
Yeah, they've got the fucking...
And this,
This is in Kansas.
yeah.
So what? Topeka to... there it is.
There. Dick Superman.
I posted a Twitter
Drinks
picture of
Johnny
that,
Walker.
Yeah, I remember that picture.
and I was like watching Superman 3.
Yeah, were you out of alcohol?
No. No Johnny Walker, but there's...
I want the Bacardi.
Not the tequila.
Oh, hey, there's his hair.
Wouldn't that have...
In Superman 2, it reflects back. Yeah, I know.
He can change the intensity.
I mean, he must have, because we didn't even see it shoot out of his eyes.
It's funny that excuse me, that color scheme is what Christopher Reeve's Superman would look like in a Zack Snyder movie.
Mm.
Or in a Supergirl episode titled Bizarro.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta admit, I like those colors more than the kind of weird brightness. I mean, he does seem kind of sick there.
Mm.
But I can, Ricky, and I would love it if I couldn't. Superman. I talk like I have a dick in my mouth. Superman.
What the guy in the X-Files used to help him stop hearing that subsonic wailing, was it a screwdriver?
It was a letter opener.
Letter opener. That's what you need, Sam. Letter opener.
That's basically what's happening to me during this movie.
But you've waited, or you've made it this far. You now get the greatest scene in this entire movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is
Oh,
the
I've
best
seen
part.
the movie. I know it's bad.
I was speaking to the audience
yeah.
and Josh. And the most like deep philosophical, psychological, not Freudian, but
No, I mean, Phil. I think you were right on the money with the first time with philosophical.
yeah.
Well, that was weird.
Well, that's what tar will do to you. I like how there's like no dialogue too. Never mind. That's where Michael Keaton got his inspiration for Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Come on.
I wonder if they accidentally resurrect Freddy Krueger.
And that's where the craze for acid wash jeans comes from.
Is he like got IBS or something?
Yes. So he's super strong like Superman, but can't fly like Superman?
I guess the Goody Two Shoes version of Superman just chooses not to fly.
He's pure of heart. That's what gives him the ability to strangle himself.
Yep. That's what I say to myself whenever I'm strangling myself.
The boner's worth it.
Kind of like Hawkman in Justice League Unlimited.
The boner's worth it.
Yeah.
Shut down all the trash compactors on the detention level.
Well, at least we know he's claustrophobic.
How many takes was just Christopher Reeve just standing there and them dropping tires on him?
Yeah.
Not
Him
enough.
Throwing the tires.
Where's the B-roll, Lester? Where's the B-roll?
That'll show me.
That was cool.
Vamos a fuck.
It's almost that iconic comic book cover.
Just wait. Just rest right here. Rest your pretty head.
This didn't work last time, Bad Superman.
Oh, it's like the grindy thing from Temple of Doom.
Oh, I cut myself. Yes. Here it is. You'll believe a man can choke himself.
There. Die. That's it. Just breathe through your nose.
And here you go, Jake. This one's for you.
It was all worth it.
And now
No,
the movie
no, it
goes
wasn't.
back to being shit.
Yeah.
30 minutes to go, gentlemen.
Hey, look,
Is it
it's-
30 minutes of him flying to every single person that bought a ticket to this movie saying, I'm sorry.
It wouldn't be me.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I mean, it's before my time.
Why is that man not wearing his shirt anymore?
What's he doing? I'm not sure.
He's thinking the same thing. That's not how that works. That's definitely not how that works.
Don't look, just fly. North, Miss Tessmacher. I prefer asses.
Yeah.
For those of you wondering, when I charged my phone, it was at 17%. Now it's at 68.
Oh, it's a good charge.
Impressive.
Yeah, it's not bad. Tweet me what your phone is currently at.
Regardless of whether this commentary just got posted or it's been out for a month.
It could be fucking 35 years from now.
Yeah. If my Twitter handle is still working, tweet me.
Yeah.
If the machines haven't won, tweet us.
If
Let us know
Twitter
that they
is
haven't won.
still a thing, tweet us.
Yeah. At Geek Out Podcast.
If you see one of us at a convention, tell us how badly you hated Superman 3.
And tweet us while you're doing it.
Yes, tell us to our face and tweet us at the exact same time.
It's the voice of a child. A very busty child.
My favorite kind of child. Wait. Oh, it's Brainiac.
Versus the ultimate meatball.
I was totally thinking about that.
Oh, wow, so it's set in the Half-Life 2 universe.
Yeah. Blah. What? Well, if it's someone who has a PhD in something that doesn't have anything to do with computers, sure.
Hackers made more sense than that.
They actually. So I was reading up on hackers because it was on an episode of How Did This Get Made, and they actually had like hacking consultants essentially on that show or on that movie to make sure that all the stuff was as accurate as possible. Let's give them something to worry about. How about love?
They're gonna play Superman 3 on a big screen. Superman's like, nope.
They actually they made an Atari game for Superman 3 for the Atari 5200, but of course 1983 is the height of the video game crash, so it never got released.
So that was what really killed it, not E.T.
Damn.
Because if I remember correctly, he's doing like what would have been Superman 3 for the Atari 5200.
So this is like Wizard for Super Mario 3.
Yeah, if I remember correct.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. That looks like it.
I don't know. That looks pretty good for Atari
Actually,
graphics.
yeah.
So you play the bad guy in Superman 3, the Atari game?
Yes.
It was never released. I don't know.
Damn it, Sam. Do you play the bad... How are you scoring points? You haven't hit him.
Don't take his fun away, Chris.
I will take all of his fun away. Dude, that's really good for like fucking N64 graphics.
It's really good for this movie.
You're really good for this movie.
Aww.
Exterminate. Oh, wait, no.
That one rocket was like, no, not me. Or missile, whatever.
This all of a sudden feels like a Thunderbirds episode.
Fuck you!
God, I hate myself.
Yeah, but Chris, you're the one that's allowed to drink immediately after finishing this to forget it.
I mean, technically, you're allowed to, too.
I gotta
I
drive
just would
home
recommend
first.
against it.
Yeah.
And it's illegal.
Yeah, that too. I really wanted to hear him say, oh shit. Whoa. Man, Superman, you're just continual dick.
Man is his last name. God damn it.
Remember the cellophane S that was in a certain cut of Superman 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently the
Your
produ-
preferred cut of Superman 2.
Yeah.
I preferred cut of Superman 2.
The theatrical cut of Superman 2.
Apparently, the producers really liked that idea. Kept it around a second time.
It was just Rover from The Prisoner.
I am not a number. I am a human being.
Ooh. I now make enough money at my 2 jobs to start buying Prisoner laser discs. Because there's like 10 of them, and they're all like $10 each. If that person's still selling them.
No shit.
Here's your Palpatine reference.
Absolute power.
Complete global saturation. There's your Resident Evil 5 reference. Ouroboros. Tell you what, Robert Vaughn, there's only 20 minutes left in your shitty movie.
Oh my god, 20 minutes?
Come on, Chris, we haven't seen the scariest part.
I know. I'm really thankful.
The
I wish this were the
scariest part?
I wish this were the Donner cut that didn't have that.
What's the scariest part?
You'll see. I won't because I'll be looking away, but it's only like second to Large Marge in like cinema history of things that gave me nightmares as a child. Ah, and this is where Brainiac comes online. I actually remember like thinking that it was supposed to be Brainiac at this point. Like one of the last times I watched.
Would have been cool.
Yeah. Lester.
Yeah.
You just use that same photo of Superman for every fucking headline.
Mhm. Yeah, that's the one that Lois drew on to make him Clark.
Yep.
But people in 1983 didn't know that because they wouldn't see that scene until 2006.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Wow. Axes.
Hey, Brainiac, let me ask you a question. Oh, wait, that's GLaDOS.
Still alive. That was a joke. Ha ha. I laughed.
Anyway, let's have some cake. It's so delicious and moist. If you don't like the word moist, tweet at us. Geek Out Podcast.
If your favorite Portal is Portal 2, out of the 2 Portal games to choose from, tweet us.
Because you're right.
Yes. That one's got Stephen Merchant.
And GLaDOS as a potato.
If you think the reference "the cake is a lie" has been overplayed in the years since Portal 2,
Go fuck yourself.
You're right.
we've got a
Oh,
candidate.
here it is, by the way. This is the most terrifying scene in all of Superman history. Yeah, no, I'm not going to watch.
Robot zombie lady.
What the fuck am I watching now?
Robot zombie lady.
Now she's become the Superman robot from the end of Moonwalker.
It's your Babadook.
Second Babadook reference of the movie. Babadook.
Man, the sequel to Tron 2 has got so much to live up to.
Remember that Chekhov's gun that Chris mentioned in Act 1? No? Well, you're about to see it.
Has she got like a bomb attached to her?
Some sort of ball thing. I hope he uses his hand to deflect that. Oh, he did.
Punch the laser, Superman.
It. Well, she's dead. Oh my god.
Yes, the movie's still going.
That's the same sound effect in Batman '89 when he's zapping the dude with the.
With the hand buzzer.
Yeah, it was a lot in here.
I'm glad you're dead. I can't say that about Richard Lester, can I?
No. Although he's in his 80s, so soon.
How did Richard Lester outlive David Goddamn Bowie? Oh,
Ooh, just got sexy up in here.
I'm getting some shades of Poltergeist.
Ugh. And hey, look, Ghostbusters 2.
You got to positively charge it.
Jesus, it is a lot like Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
There was this film that had Bill Murray in 1989, Josh.
Caddyshack 3?
Groundhog Day?
I've been meaning to rewatch Groundhog Day.
It's a goodie. Get that on Laserdisc.
How do I know if it's side A or side B?
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. My fair lady. Dead.
Orgasm. Babadook?
Superman knows. Superman knows.
He's down. That didn't answer my question.
Unleaded only, dude. Unleaded only.
Statistically, it's the most safe way to travel. Whatever. But it's also acid. Whoa.
Shoot me.
Yes, all this greenery is proof that we're in Metropolis. Ugh.
Classic soups.
What a great cut.
I do like that even through it all, he doesn't give up on Gus. He's just like, you know what? And then that was the cool thing. Superman tries to save his opponents, whereas Batman's just like, fuck you.
Well, I mean, if that were the case, Batman would kill them instead of locking them up in Arkham.
Well, I mean, like...
In the movies.
Yeah, especially, yeah. Don't want to hitch a ride. Just...
No, I'll check the wind current.
Oh, golly. Who was the sponsor of your beverage today? You can't see it because there's a giant Christopher Reeve torso in the way, Josh. Wait for it.
I'm just gonna guess Coke.
Couldn't have said it better himself.
Cocainum?
Oh. I'm still in this movie. I mean, he can just take the elevator back up.
I'm only in this movie for 5 minutes. The Clash reunion?
Oh, that would be a story.
Yeah.
It's Lana and Lois.
Ooh.
We haven't played this gag to death yet. It was dead to begin. It was dead on arrival, baby.
Gotta give it science noises.
Takes one of their heads off.
Yeah.
Movie gets real dark.
Speaking of a gag that hasn't been played to death.
That was also dead on arrival.
Yeah. Just in case there's other people out in the world like me. Any of you guys know why the Leaning Tower of Pisa is leaning? I just always accepted it as leaning.
Ground erosion.
Yeah, it didn't start out that way.
Well, yeah. I mean, who knows? They
It could have been poor craftsmanship.
or like always just intentionally a tourist trap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Giorgio.
And thus ends
So wait. Just for you, Jake.
Superman.
He flies directly into the sun. Apologizing for this movie.
No, that's Superman 4.
Yeah. We're done, guys. That's the smile. So, Superman 3. Jake, Josh, you were the least familiar with it going in. How do you feel coming out?
I mean, we spent 2 hours shitting on it. I'll try to think of some nice things to say. You don't
I'd take the downer cut over it.
I did like Christopher Reeve's performance. I thought the stuff in Smallville was entertaining. And honestly, when Superman was on the screen, it was all right. But the problem was so much of it was Clark or Superman being absent from the screen.
The Smallville stuff and him kicking his own ass.
Yeah.
Otherwise, ouch.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, from the outset, you know what kind of movie this is going to be. From the opening title sequence.
That beginning is so misguided, unnecessary, and stupid. It's kind of unbelievable.
Yeah.
And these aren't any better.
I mean, props to them for trying something new.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we saw how well that worked for the Star Wars prequels.
But man, we'll be back next week with a not as bad Superman movie. I'm of course talking about Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
And that one I've not seen a single thing of ever.
You are in for a treat.
Yes.
But if I understand,
To be in your shoes.
if I remember correctly, it does involve nukes.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get more into that next week. This has been another Geek Out commentary. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
Thanks for suffering through this one with us.
Bye.
Bye.